Hi, Natasha Davis from Because You Can. I was just standing there a minute ago and I was thinking, from where I'm standing, I'm like, it's all rubbish. It's all rubbish. There were no limitations. It was just my story, and I could change my beliefs and, I can switch my state and I can align with my soul and all of that and my energy, get my energy in the right place. I can do all of that stuff. So a lot of the stuff that I thought I couldn't do along the way was rubbish. It was all rubbish. It was all untruths, right? But then I thought, from where I'm standing, it's like, it's all rubbish. It's so easy, it's so simple. I can see how simple it is. But when I was back there, it wasn't. So what I thought was, there's a lot of stuff that I know or I've learnt. I know how to get balance and to kind of be outside sometimes and to create energy sometimes, and I know about your rituals and I know about affirmations, and I've created affirmations and used them to quash negative beliefs. I've quashed that little inner voice in my head, that little negative one. So like, some people still say it's always there, but for me it's not. And even when I get a negative thought, I just kind of cancel it out now. So it's like, I know all this stuff, and to me it seems really simple, but sometimes I forget what I know, and that actually you lot may not know these things. So there's a lot of stuff that what I'm going to do is write it all down, what I know, what I've learnt, what I've kind of got my head around, and then I'm going to look at, maybe, if it wasn't true, it's not really that you have to get rid of anything or kind of do anything, in a sense, because none of it is true. All you really have to do is believe that none of it is true. Now that might be a little bit spacey for some people, right? But from where I'm standing, I can see that none of it was true. When I thought I wasn't good enough, when I thought, when I was being negative about myself, when I was worrying about what people thought, because there were times when I put videos out there and I worry about what people thought, and it was really horrible and I felt really uncomfortable, and I put it out there and nothing would happen, or lots of people would comment, and it would be nice things, and then I would go, wow, that wasn't true. Yeah. So all the way through, there have been points where I have gone, oh my God, that's not true. Wow, that wasn't true. And it is like busting through what you think is true to what is really not true. None of it was true. So it was all what I was thinking. It was all in my head, or it was all, conditioning. None of it was true. So, like what I said earlier, if none of it was true, then wouldn't it be so much easier if you just didn't believe it from the start? From the start, if you had a belief that it was untrue from the start, so if you had a belief that, the fact that I'm telling myself I'm not good enough, it's not true. The fact that I'm chipping away at myself, it's not true. None of it's true. The fact that I'm worried about what other people think, it's not true. I can't tell what other people think. The fact that if I go and do that, what will happen? It's not true. You don't know until you go and do it. So, to me now, standing on this side, it just sounds a whole lot simpler. If I'd have known, and maybe back then I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it wasn't true, because I really thought that these were my blocks, and I really thought that these were the things holding me back. But actually, what was holding me back was me believing it was all true. So have a think about that. Play with it, have a think about it. But that's what I kind of realized, that everything that I've kind of pushed through, and it's hard pushing through things, let's be honest. It's much easier just not to believe them. But everything I've pushed through, when I got on the other side of it, it wasn't true. Yeah? Which is why I don't think that much these days, unless I'm kind of pondering or planning or doing stuff like that. I don't tend to, as soon as I get thoughts about something, I know it's not true. So, when I go the other day to have my tattoo done, and I got a little bit, oh gosh, what's going to happen there? I don't know what's going to happen. I knew all those thoughts weren't true. So I just let them kind of pass and didn't bother with them and just took no notice of them, because I knew, I knew I was going to I'm expecting that to happen, because that's what happens. But I know it's not true. So what would it be like if you knew now that the things that you think are holding you back aren't true? Because they're not. Yeah? But you just can't see it yet. So it'd be a whole lot easier if, even if you didn't really believe it, if you wrote down an affirmation that said something along the lines, it'd have to be positive, something along the lines of, there are no I don't know, you can't say there are no limitations, because obviously that's like no. The path is clear. The path is clear if I believe it to be. Yeah? Wouldn't that be great? So have a go. Have a think about that. Have a think about, maybe write your own affirmation, something. I talked to somebody the other day and we said success is inevitable. That was a positive affirmation. So it has to be positive. It has to be in the present. It has to be like it's already happened. So write your own affirmation, but about none of it being true. So it's about the path being clear, about there being only opportunities, no limitations, only opportunities. It's about you can do it. You can get there. You can that's yours for the taking. Whatever you're going for, whatever you want to achieve, that's yours. It's got your name on it. Yeah. So do that and see what that's like. But the longer you believe in limitations, the longer you believe your story, the longer you believe in what other people might think, the longer you believe other people's comments, all of that stuff, the longer it's going to take you to do it. Yeah. So yeah, have a think about that and see if you can come up with your own affirmation. Have a lovely day.